Chapter 20, False Memories and Deja Vu. I remember this one time back when I was a high schooler that I got this gigantic balloon with a rubber string attached to it. I got it from winning a Vacation Bible School VBS related contest. I played with that balloon for many hours. Boy, am I easy to amuse. I think I tried hitting my sister with the balloon by pulling the string back like a bow and arrow and interrupted her watching SpongeBob SquarePants on TV. Yeah, I got in trouble after that one. No video games for a day. But at least I still had my balloon, so I just laid on my bed and kept playing with it until my boredom climaxed with me beginning to start making a giant taped ball that I would later name Alfred. And out of boredom did the greatness of Alfred arise. Or did it? Probably not. There are probably many aspects of the story that I may have misremembered, and I may have filled in a few details that never happened. These would be false memories, and they happen all the time. Sure, there are surely some parts of the story that are true. I'm sitting next to Alfred, a 40-pound tape ball, who has stagnated in growth for several years, but I can never bring myself to throw it away, so obviously something initially inspired me to begin making it. I also am sure that I was the creator of a gigantic paper and duct tape football that turned out to be flaccid and a waste of space. And I did get a giant balloon with a rubber band attached to it at some point, but I may have misremembered how and when I initially got it. SpongeBob being on TV was common in my childhood, but that, or me hitting my sister with the balloon, or the getting in trouble aspects of the story, probably didn't happen. I remember it that way, but I know better than to trust the fine detailed memories from relatively mundane events that happened longer than a week ago. False memories are tricky, to say the least. They are real, so they cause people to relay them with the same conviction as a true memory. This can cause a lot of problems, especially in the legal system. People who have done no convictable thing have been convicted of crimes they did not commit, because people falsely remembered their face as being the same face as the real perpetrator. Outside observers can create suggestions that incite the creation of false memories by adding harmless inferences or by asking questions with unnecessary additives. Personal biases and initial inaccurate perceptions also lead to false memories forming. Misattribution is when an individual combines multiple events into a single event, like inserting SpongeBob into the story, and emotional influences can also warp how an event is perceived. False memories can be implanted either unintentionally or maliciously, and the attempt at implantation sometimes gets its own special term, gaslighting. The successful gaslighting of an individual is a sad sight to see. When an entity is led to question their own observations of events occurring around them, far above and beyond the method of skeptical inquiry, so that basic and inherently obvious phenomena are second-guessed by themselves. Sanity is easily lost. Skeptical inquiry is the attempt to get to the true nature of reality when it isn't known, while gaslighting is the cover-up of the true nature of reality by suggesting a false reality. Hopefully by this point it has been made clear that I encourage the skeptical inquiry type of question everything, not the gaslighting type of trying to cause you to question everything. Please, for Zildjianna's sake, when a truth can be trusted with a high degree of confidence, hold on to that knowledge. Embrace those truths. Present them in a way that clearly communicates these truths. There's also the phenomena of deja vu, which usually happens when a most likely fatigued individual's short-term memory is accidentally bypassed while simultaneously successfully reaching their long-term memory. Then upon the brain resuming normal function with short-term memory, the brain interprets this hiccup of the brain to make someone think that the exact situation happened a while ago. I have experienced deja vu a handful of times, and out of those, only one of them could be verified to have actually happened twice. A case where a 3 or 4-year-old me went to some church parsonage that was not my home in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Then we went by the house many years later while on vacation. So I'm definitely not saying that all deja vu moments are false, but a majority of them surely are. And with that, and being slightly more informed on the subject, may the reader learn to assume that deja vu moments are false at first, and to logically question them until they prove true. So what does nothing have to do with false memories, gaslighting, and deja vu? Well, for one, They should help in lowering our absolute confidence in a great many things down to a more reasonable level. Hold no thing of knowledge with 100% confidence. Even as much as I try to assert the certainty of death, it is still possible that death can be averted in some hyper-convoluted hypotheses where your physical entity is copied atom for atom and transposed into another universe where entropy doesn't increase, so that you can physically live forever in that state. As long as the likelihood of that hypothesis is non-zero, the certainty of our own perceived physical demise is not 100%, just 99.999999999. Zilchinata experienced the deja vu of everything playing out every time it occurs. And Nell is a narcissist who gaslights nullification to do her will, but that story is for a later chapter. And some people's memories of past lives, which are sometimes provided as evidence for more convoluted interpretations of reincarnation, may just be false memories. Or possibly these past lives could just be a misattribution of the person's dream world to the coincidental real world of the past. What this chapter should teach us, if nothing else, is that we should refrain from asserting our subjective memories as being reliable to relay the objective truth of the matter. So recognize just how easily the human subject is capable of being flawed before calling yourself forward as a witness. Objective evidence will always be of greater worth for the truth than the subjective witness.